Mikey, so your second fall camp here at Fresno State, what was different about year two?
I think just mentality-wise, I mean, going into it, obviously I was in a competition last year, and coming into this offseason is a little bit of different mindset. There's obviously no complacency or kind of relax in my mindset or anything like that. There's still pressure and things like that I gotta hold myself to a high standard and continue to excel at a high level and get these guys going around me as well. And I got to continue to perform. But it was a good camp. I thought we had a lot of guys meshing and things. I think we got a super close-knit team. These guys are super familiar with each other. I think we got a great locker room and great conversations that we have outside of the field too. So I think it's a really good team that we got this year and a lot of good relationships on it as well to put us in prime position to have a great season.
Leadership is something that comes naturally with the quarterback position, right? So what type of leader are you?
Yeah, I've talked about this before, but I try and be as authentic of a leader as I can be. I try and take all the BS and everything out of that and the hooting and hollering and everything. I hold guys accountable when I need to, but I do it in an encouraging way. I try to at least, and that's my biggest thing is being a motivator and as well as a follower too, because I got to be able to learn from these guys that are leading alongside of me as well. It's not a dictatorship. I'm not the only leader on this team. We got a lot of guys that have played. They've got a lot of experience. They can lead as well. So I got to be able to take some advice from those guys as well and make sure that we have the best team possible to do that. But I like taking a lead in this program and feel like I've done so this offseason.
This is a veteran defense that you're having to face every day in practice. What are some highlights from them that you've seen?
Yeah, they've done a lot of good things. I mean, obviously there's a lot of retracing, coverage recognition. Those guys do a really good job in the secondary. Those guys up front, they're going to be dangerous this year. I'm super excited to see them get after some QBs this offseason or this season rather than just me in the offseason. Those guys have been doing an excellent job up front, and then our linebacker corps has done a great job leading those guys as well. But safeties, Cam Brucka and Dean Clark have been phenomenal this offseason. It's great work going up against those guys as far as holding coverages, disguises and things of that sort, pressures and everything that they've been doing on the defensive side of things. Coach Coyle's a phenomenal coach and he does a great job. He's been around a lot of football, so he's putting these guys in a great spot to make some plays.
Last question for me is, in your room, you're the only one that's taken a D1 snap, right?
Right.
So what have you seen in their development over fall camp?
Yeah, I think they've done a great job just understanding our system, understanding the ins and outs and the do's and the don'ts. And then they've gotten a lot better as far as coverage recognition. I think they've been doing a good job with that and understanding what our read will take us to versus this coverage versus another coverage. So these guys have been doing a good job. Jaden, Josh, Jack, Joe, and Dash have done a great job with that. They've been super supportive. And we got a really good room. I think we got a tight-knitted room, just like I said earlier about the team. But in the quarterback room, I talked to these guys the other day, it's a little bit different. We're the only ones that really understand what we got to go through, so we got each other's backs, and we talked about that the other day. No matter what the depth chart is, no matter who's in the game, we're supporting each other all the time.